detail on this bait now. The black scales are like the fade out of the lateral line. There's just a bit too much gold towards the top. I got this perfect color called Unforgivable Green, and it's just making that gold disappear perfectly. Dude, we are hitting some sort of bait painting now. Smashing it on the head right now. That looks pretty good. Decided this one probably deserves a signature. I literally remember when I used to write 2014, or just -14. Those are my earliest ones. Now it's 24. I've always just written Marling and then the year. You can't even tell that that says Marling. But that's my signature. It's time to choose an eye. Woohoo! That was a crazy paint job. Half-inch eye. I want to do a dead meat custom because the glass eyes add weight to things like this, and I didn't really compensate for that. The glass can add a lot of weight. Glass is heavy, so I'll just be hunting for perfection over here. Reddish, orangish, yellowish. I found what I want, and it's actually an old eye. These are all newer designs, but this is going to be perfect. Extreme power medium thick super glue. Yeah, that's a good consistency for applying eyes to lures. Medium thick. It is a 1 millimeter too small eye for that socket, but it makes it just look a little bit further sunk in, and therefore really, really nice. You know, you can't tell if that's orange, gold, and it kind of goes to red once in a while.
An aesthetic which is hot and subtle for your
Unassembled bait right there, but we got the tail mold right there. It's time to see if any of the cure was inhibited. That's an issue that you face with platinum-based silicones, unfortunately. I just bust these cups apart to get the mold out. I used UV resin to glue it to the bottom of that cup, and I see some inhibited silicone cure right there on the UV stuff. Good thing it's not covered in UV, it's covered in lacquer. The tail fin master piece is covered in lacquer. Just standard Rust-Oleum rattle can lacquer, I read somewhere, should not inhibit the cure. There is no just like waiting longer or anything. It'll just never cure. I cut a wavy line first into the side of the mold. That way, when it meshes back up, it kind of corrects itself. Then I slowly work down. It looks like it cured. Super glue inhibits the cure as well. I figured that out. So much trial and error. There's not a lot of certain information online. Okay. There's no uncured silicone in there. I think it worked. Thank goodness, because I really liked this tail. I can use this from now on. I found something that works. But before I would use polyurethanes, enamel sprays, even some acrylics didn't work, but just straight up lacquer out of a rattle can works. Michael from 8-Bit Bait, he just sent me this silicone non-slip pad right here that I can do my soft plastic stuff on. I'm kind of stoked about that. I've always wanted something nice and big like that. YouTube channel bait chucking. I'm gonna do, I think, just a straight gold smoke pearl tail. Let me mix it up quick in a little cup. That was some hard plastisol. Bait Plastics 342. Here we go. I put some gold smoke pearl and also some silver smoke pearl, and the silver like way overpowered the gold. I think we Goldilocks it. A couple of those. Gonna be a little bit of flashing. That's okay. Pretty good color. You can still see gold. Just doing a little test fit. It fits. What a chunkster. So I'm just gonna do that again, but with glue on that joint hardware. Demold time. Okay, that looks clean as heck. It's still transparent. You can see the gold turns into silver. It's gonna match this tail super perfect. That is spot on, exactly what, you know, exactly what. Let me glue this bait together. My most practical solution to making a tail fin that's soft plastic like that replaceable, just a 1/4-inch stainless steel lure making screw, just like that. It doesn't matter, it's on one side, it's not gonna like throw this thing completely off balance and make it not work. Alright, some test tank testing with Glidebait. That's generally not a super good tell of how the bait's gonna actually work on a cast. Woo! MMA'd my Makita right there. We're tied up. What a beautiful bait. Stunning. What's it do? Ooh, it wants to do stuff. It really wants to. Ooh, it's the belly roll that gets it going. The theory's being proven correct. Holy smokes, it wants to do stuff. This is a slithery little Margaret right here. Some good crazy kickage. Absolute masterpiece right here. I'm so happy with how that looks.